What is up, everybody? JT Dangerously here once again. I am back to do my Week 17 NFL predictions. Now, Week 16 just ended tonight on the final Monday Night Football game of 2020 with the Buffalo Bills defeating my New England Patriots. So Week 16 is in the books, and we're now into the final week of the 2020 regular season with Wildcard Weekend starting next week. So I'm extremely excited to do my Week 17 predictions for you guys, and I hope you guys do enjoy. Now, I reckon in Week 16 was great. We went 11-5. Our winning streak is still intact, and I'm looking to keep it that way. So hoping this video we will cap off an amazing year of NFL predictions on the channel in 2020. We're on a 5-week winning streak. Hoping this video we make it 6 weeks in a row. Hopefully. Now, if you guys haven't checked out my New Japan Pro Wrestling's Wrestle Kingdom 15 Night 1 and Night 2 predictions videos that I put up this morning, definitely go check them out if you haven't. This is the third video of the day, and this is the final video on the channel in 2020. So I hope you guys will be able to watch this video and all the great videos that I put up on the channel in 2020, as well as in the month of December this year. And as always, show your support on the channel as always, guys, by watching these videos, super kicking those like buttons, hitting that notification bell, commenting your picks, your opinions, and representing your NFL teams in the comment sections down below. Now, if this is your first time watching my channel today, guys, as a first-time viewer, and this is your first video, boy, big to go. And if you're a huge fan of the NFL like myself, and you're ready for Week 17 of the NFL season, welcome to the Dangerous Alliance. I'm JT Dangerously. Welcome to the club, because this club is... Two. Whoop, whoop. Again, thank you guys so very much. Now, other than that, let's get right into my Week 17 NFL predictions. Let's start off with the Sunday slate, which starts at 10 a.m. here on the West Coast, 1 p.m. on the East Coast. Starting off with an AFC East rivalry showdown between the Miami Dolphins heading to Orchard Park to face the Buffalo Bills. Now, the Dolphins are coming off their big victory on Saturday over the Las Vegas Raiders, and Miami is playing for a playoff spot because they just need a win and losses by Baltimore, Cleveland, or Indianapolis, and the Dolphins will be in the playoffs. And I know my good friend on the Big Five Field channel, who is a huge Dolphins fan, is hoping his Dolphins will punch their ticket to the playoffs here and now. And they got it done on Saturday with their 1-2 punch of Tua Tagovailoa and Ryan Fitzpatrick. So Miami's looking to get a big victory on the road and punch their ticket to this year's playoffs. There's how you have the Buffalo Bills coming off their victory tonight on Monday Night Football over my New England Patriots. And the Buffalo Bills are looking to cap off one hell of an amazing year in the AFC East, winning the AFC East title for the first time since 1995. And they're making the playoffs for the second consecutive year. And they're looking to possibly rest a lot of starters so they can be healthy for Wildcard Weekend Saturday or Sunday, and they're looking to get a big victory here at home. So coming from me in this AFC East rivalry showdown with a lot at stake for the Miami Dolphins, I am going to go with Tua Tagovailoa, Ryan Fitzpatrick, and the turnover chain of the Miami Dolphins to get it done on the road and get their 11th victory of the season and hopefully a spot in the playoffs and defeat the Buffalo Bills. Fins up. And now the next matchup. It is an AFC North rivalry showdown between the Baltimore Ravens heading to Cincinnati to face the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, the Baltimore Ravens are coming off their victory over the New York Giants on Sunday, and the Baltimore Ravens are also playing for a playoff spot because they need to win this game and hope that the Cleveland Browns and the Indianapolis Colts lose, and the Baltimore Ravens will be back in the playoffs, but they're looking to get a big victory on the road. There's how you have the Cincinnati Bengals coming off their victory over the Houston Texans on Sunday, and the Bengals are looking to play spoiler and deny the Baltimore Ravens a spot in the playoffs this year by beating them at home. So coming from me in this AFC North rivalry showdown with a lot at stake for the Baltimore Ravens, I am going to go with Lamar Jackson, the Madden 21 cover boy, and the Baltimore Ravens to get it done on the road and get their 11th victory of the season and defeat the Cincinnati Bengals. And now the next matchup. It is a huge AFC North rivalry showdown between the AFC North champions, the Pittsburgh Steelers, heading to the Dog Pound to face the Cleveland Browns. Now, the Pittsburgh Steelers are coming off their come-from-behind victory on Sunday, defeating the Indianapolis Colts after being down 21-7. And with that victory, the Pittsburgh Steelers have won the AFC North title. And Pittsburgh is looking to cap this year off with a victory on the road and punch their ticket to the playoffs. They're excited to have the Cleveland Browns coming off there. Shocking loss to the New York Jets on Sunday, but the Cleveland Browns team was very short-handed with a lot of their wide receiving core being stuck with the COVID. So really, Cleveland was pretty damn handicapped against the Jets. But that loss cost the Browns dearly because the Browns are playing for a playoff spot, but they need a lot of things to happen if you Browns fans want to see your team in the playoffs for the first time in nearly 20 years. Now, Cleveland has to win this game, and they need losses from the Colts, the Titans, and wins from the Ravens and the Dolphins. So a lot of things have got to happen for the Cleveland Browns to end their playoff drought but a victory here gets them in the right direction. So coming from me in this very important AFC North rivalry showdown with a lot at stake for the Cleveland Browns and that franchise, knowing the Steelers, they may rest a few starters because they want to be ready to go for Wild Card Weekend. So coming from me, I am going to go with Baker Mayfield, Nick Chubb, and the Cleveland Browns to rebound and bounce back at home and get their 11th victory of the season and defeat the Pittsburgh Steelers. And now the next matchup. It is an NFC North rivalry showdown with two teams that are not making the playoffs this year. The Minnesota Vikings heading to Ford Field to face the Detroit Lions. Now the Vikings are coming off their loss on Christmas Friday to the New Orleans Saints. Kirk Cousins had 3 touchdowns, but it was not enough. And the Vikings are looking to just finish the season up with their 7th victory on the road. Their side, you have the Detroit Lions coming off their loss at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Christmas Friday. On Saturday. I think it was Saturday, right? Yeah, it was on Saturday. And the Lions are looking to finish up the year with their 6th victory at home. So coming from me in this NFC North rivalry showdown between two teams that didn't make the playoffs this year, I am going to go with Captain Kirk Cousins, Adam Thielen, and Dalvin Cook and the Minnesota Vikings to rebound and bounce back on the road and get their 7th victory of the season and defeat the Detroit Lions. And now the next matchup. It is an AFC South rivalry showdown between the Tennessee Titans heading to Houston to face the Houston Texans. Now the Tennessee Titans are coming off their blowout loss to the Green Bay Packers on Sunday Night Football, and the Titans are playing for a playoff spot and a possible division title. And they're going to need, I think, Indianapolis to lose, and they have to win this game to clinch the playoff spot and the AFC South division title. So this is a must-win for last year's Cinderella team that made it all the way to the AFC Championship game last year. There's the idea of the Houston Texans coming off their loss to the Cincinnati Bengals on Sunday, and the Houston Texans are looking to play spoiler and deny the Tennessee Titans a spot in the playoffs and deny them an AFC South division title with a big victory at home. So coming from me in this very important AFC South rivalry showdown with a lot at stake for the Tennessee Titans, you know what? I am going to go with an upset. I may not get this one right, but it is Week 17. I got to get a little bit ballsy on the last regular season week of the NFL season. But I am going to go with Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans to get it done at home and upset the Tennessee Titans in a close shootout. And now the next matchup. It is another AFC South rivalry showdown between the Jacksonville Jaguars heading to Lucas Oil Stadium to face the Indianapolis Colts. Now the Jaguars are coming off their loss to the Chicago Bears on Sunday, and thanks to the New York Jets' victory over the Browns, the Jacksonville Jaguars hold the #1 pick in next year's NFL draft. So Trevor Lawrence is not going to New York. He is going to come to Jacksonville, and I think that's a huge pickup for Jacksonville. They bided their time. They waited for the Jets to continue to win, and the Jags continued to lose, and they got what they wanted. They wanted the #1 pick, and now they have it. And Jacksonville's looking to cap off the year with another loss and to solidify that Trevor Lawrence from Clemson is coming to Jacksonville next year. There's the idea of the Indianapolis Colts coming off their collapse on Sunday to the Pittsburgh Steelers, blowing a 21-7 lead, and the Colts are playing for a playoff spot just like the Titans, and they're looking to also win the AFC South title. So a victory here and a possible Tennessee Titans loss will give Indianapolis the AFC South title and a playoff spot. So this game is definitely big for the Colts. So coming from me in this AFC South rivalry showdown with a lot at stake for the Indianapolis Colts, I am going to go with Phillip Rivers, Jonathan Taylor, T.Y. Hilton, and the Indianapolis Colts to rebound and bounce back at home and get their 11th victory of the season and defeat the Jacksonville Jaguars. And now the next matchup. It is an AFC East rivalry showdown between the New York Jets heading to Foxborough to face my New England Patriots. Now the New York Jets are coming off their 2nd victory of the season, defeating the Cleveland Browns on Sunday. But with that victory, the New York Jets have lost the #1 draft pick to the Jacksonville Jaguars. So congrats, Jets. You tanked the season just to get #2 in the draft next year. And the Jets are looking to cap off the year off with a victory on the road against their hated rivals, my New England Patriots. There's the idea of my New England Patriots coming off their loss tonight on Monday Night Football to the Buffalo Bills. And this Patriots year has not been the greatest, but we're looking to rebound and bounce back at home, and hopefully we'll have a great pick in next year's NFL draft. And hopefully we'll draft a quarterback, hopefully Zach Wilson from BYU. So coming from me in this AFC East rivalry showdown, I am going to go with Cam Newton and my New England Patriots to rebound and bounce back at home and get their 7th victory of the season and defeat the New York Jets. And now the next matchup. It is an NFC least rivalry showdown, which is a very important game between the Dallas Cowboys heading to Gotham to face the New York Giants. Now this game is very important because if the Washington football team loses on Sunday Night Football, whoever wins this game becomes the NFC least divisional champions. Now, starting off with the Cowboys first, they're coming off their big victory over the Philadelphia Eagles on Sunday, eliminating the Eagles from playoff contention. And now the Cowboys are looking to get a big win here, finish up at 7-9, and hopefully the Washington football team will fall short and Dallas will win their NFC least division title. There is how you have the New York Giants coming off their loss to the Baltimore Ravens on Sunday, and the Giants are also looking to hope to rebound and bounce back at home, and hopefully if the Washington football team loses and the Giants win, the Giants will win the division title with a 6-10 record. So coming from me in this very important NFC least rivalry showdown that could determine the NFC least division champion if Washington loses, I'm going to go with the team that's gotten better ever since they've had this losing streak, and a quarterback that's gotten better for a couple weeks, and that's Andy Dalton, CeeDee Lamb, Zeke, and the Dallas Cowboys to get it done on the road and get their 7th victory of the season and defeat the New York Giants. And now the next matchup. It is an NFC South rivalry showdown between the Atlanta Falcons heading to Tampa to face the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now the Falcons are coming off their heartbreaking loss to the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday, and the Falcons are just looking to end the season already and get their 5th victory on the season on the road. There is idea that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming off their huge victory on Saturday over the Detroit Lions, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are in the playoffs for the first time since 2007, and I cannot say how happy I am for this franchise. This franchise has been going up and down every year, year after year, and then this year coming in, getting Tom Brady from New England, getting Rob Gronkowski from New England, getting Bruce Arians, who's done a fantastic job with this for this Buccaneers team, and Tom Brady with 4 touchdowns on Saturday over Detroit, and this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team is looking to go into a playoffs with a huge victory at home. So coming from me in this NFC South rivalry showdown, I am going to go with Tom Brady, Ronald Jones, Mike Evans, Rob Gronkowski, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to cap this year off with their 11th victory of the season at home and defeat the Atlanta Falcons. And now the next matchup. It is an NFC South rivalry showdown between the New Orleans Saints heading to Charlotte to face the Carolina Panthers. Now the New Orleans Saints are coming off their blowout victory over the Minnesota Vikings on Christmas Friday. Alvin Kamara had 6 touchdowns. Let me repeat that. Alvin Kamara, their running back for the Saints, had 6 touchdowns in that game. And the Saints are playing for a possible number 1 seed and a first-round bye and home field advantage throughout the NFC playoffs if they can get a win with a little bit of help. There is the Carolina Panthers coming off their big victory over the Washington Redskins on Sunday, and the Panthers are looking to get it done at home and stop the Saints from getting the number 1 seed by beating them and getting their 6th victory of the season. So coming from me in this NFC South rivalry showdown with a lot at stake for the New Orleans Saints, knowing the Saints, they may rest a few starters. They may rest Drew Brees for Wild Card Weekend and start Taysom Hill. They may not play Alvin Kamara and start Latavius Murray. They may not start Michael Thomas. So coming from me, I'm going to go with another upset. I am going to go with Teddy Bridgewater and the Carolina Panthers to get it done at home and defeat the New Orleans Saints in a close one. And now the next matchup. It is a very important NFC North rivalry showdown between 2 teams that hate each other's guts. Between the Green Bay Packers heading to Soldier Field to face the Chicago Bears. Now the Packers are coming off their huge blowout victory over the Tennessee Titans on Sunday Night Football. Aaron Rodgers had another monster game, and the Packers are looking to capture the first-round bye and home field advantage throughout the NFC playoffs with a victory. There is idea of the Chicago Bears coming off their victory over the Jacksonville Jaguars on Sunday, and the Bears are playing for a playoff spot. And I know my good friend, the Gamer's Goon, who is a die-hard Bears fan, is hoping that the Bears make it to the playoffs this year. Mitchell Trubisky had another fantastic game, and I guess Nagy is looking like an idiot for making people think Mitchell Trubisky was not a star in Chicago. He got this team 1 win away from a playoff spot. Nagy has to go. If he thought he's gonna make Mitchell Trubisky look like a stooge and make him look like a loser, he is absolutely wrong, because Mitchell Trubisky proved them wrong by getting these big wins in the last couple of weeks of the season, and now they just need 1 victory and they're in the playoffs. So coming from me in this very massive NFC North rivalry showdown with a lot at stake for Green Bay and Chicago, The big question is, how many starters will be resting for the Packers? I don't know. I doubt Aaron Rodgers is going to play this game. I really doubt it because right now he is really the top quarterback in the NFC right now. But the Packers are playing for a number 1 seed and a first-round bye. So I don't know if they're going to start Rodgers or they're going to keep him. But coming from me, I am going to go with Mitchell Trubisky, Khalil Mack, and the Bears to continue the winning ways and get their 9th victory of the season at home and defeat the Green Bay Packers. Bear fucking down. And now the next matchup, it is an AFC West rivalry showdown between the Las Vegas Raiders heading 2 Mile High to face the Denver Broncos. Now the Vegas Raiders are coming off their heartbreaking loss on Saturday to the Miami Dolphins, and with that loss, the Raiders are out of playoff contention. So the Raiders are looking to rebound, bounce back on the road, and get their 8th victory of the season to finish up at 8-8. There's the idea of the Denver Broncos coming off their loss to the Los Angeles Chargers on Sunday, and the Broncos are coming off another miserable season this year, and they're looking to finish it up with their victory at home. So coming from me in this AFC West rivalry showdown between two teams that are not making the playoffs this year, I am going to go with Derek Carr and the Vegas Raiders to rebound and bounce back on the road and finish the year 8-8 and defeat the Denver Broncos. And now the next matchup, it is another AFC West rivalry showdown between the Los Angeles Chargers heading to Arrowhead to face the reigning Super Bowl champs, the Kansas City Chiefs. Now the Chargers are coming off their victory over Denver on Sunday. Justin Herbert had a very great game, and it looks like he is going to win Rookie of the Year when it comes to the rookie quarterbacks. And the Chargers are looking to cap the year off with a victory on the road and get their 7th victory of the season. There is the idea of the Kansas City Chiefs coming off their victory over the Atlanta Falcons on Sunday, and with that victory, they have claimed the number one seed in the AFC playoffs, and they have home field advantage throughout the AFC playoffs in the first round bye as well. So Kansas City is really going to be resting a lot of starters in this game because they already have the first round bye. The AFC playoffs is going to have to go through Arrowhead, and the Chiefs are looking to punch their ticket back to the Super Bowl with another deep playoff run. So coming from me in this AFC West rivalry showdown, knowing the Chiefs, everybody's going to be resting. Kelsey, CEH, Patrick Mahomes, a lot of the defensive players. So coming from me, just because I know they're going to rest a lot of players on the Chiefs side, I am going to go with Justin Herbert and the Los Angeles Chargers to continue the winning ways and cap the year off with their 7th victory of the season and finish up at 7-9 and defeat the Kansas City Chiefs. And now the next matchup, it is an NFC West rivalry showdown between the Arizona Cardinals heading to Los Angeles to face the Los Angeles Rams. Now the Cardinals are coming off the loss to the San Francisco 49ers on Saturday, but the Arizona Cardinals are fighting for a playoff spot because if they can win this game, they will clinch a playoff spot. So everything's on the line for Kyler Murray and the Cardinals here to get back on the winning track on the road. There is the idea of the Los Angeles Rams coming off their loss to my Seattle Seahawks, and thanks to that loss for the Rams, my Seattle Seahawks are NFC West Division champions. So thanks, Rams, for once again blowing it again. And this Rams team is going to be shorthanded big time because they're playing for a playoff spot as well, but they will not have Jared Goff as their quarterback in Week 17 because he suffered a broken thumb on Sunday. So coming from me in this very important NFC West rivalry showdown with a lot at stake for Arizona and the Rams, per the punishment that I put on the Rams for losing to the 0-13 New York Jets, and once again, I am going to go with Kyler Murray, D-Hop, and Fitz and the Arizona Cardinals to rebound and bounce back on the road and get their 9th victory of the season and hopefully a playoff spot and defeat the Los Angeles Rams. And now the next matchup, it is another NFC West rivalry showdown between the NFC West champions, my Seattle Seahawks, facing the San Francisco 49ers. Now this game will be played at Glendale in Arizona. Now starting off with my Seattle Seahawks, they're coming off their big victory at home over the Los Angeles Rams, and with that victory, we are the NFC West Division champions for the 4th time in Pete Carroll's 11 years there. And the Seattle Seahawks are looking to cap the year off with their 12th victory on the road and getting ready for Wild Card Weekend. And our defense definitely stepped up this week. Russell Wilson did as much as he could, but the defense won the game for us on Sunday. There's the idea of the San Francisco 49ers coming off their victory on Saturday over the Arizona Cardinals, and the 49ers are looking to just finish the year up at 7-9 and looking to get a big victory at home against their NFC West rivals. So coming from me in this NFC West rivalry showdown, I am going to go with Dangerous, DK, Pete, and my Seattle Seahawks to get it done on the road and finish up at 12-4 going into the playoffs and defeat the San Francisco 49ers. And now the final Sunday night game to see who will win the NFC Least Division title between the Washington football team heading to Philly to face the Philadelphia Eagles. Now the Washington football team are coming off their loss to the Carolina Panthers on Sunday, and with that loss, their chances of winning the NFC East Division title comes down to this game. So if Washington wins this game, they are the NFC East Division champions. If they lose, whoever wins the Dallas-New York Giants game later in the day will win the NFC East Division title. So this is a must-win for the Washington football team. And we found out that Dwayne Haskins Jr. was released by the Washington football team for his antics and really not his best play against Carolina. And he was a top 15, I think it was a top 15 draft pick last year. And they just too many stuff that was happening outside of the field cost Dwayne Haskins his quarterback job and his job in Washington. But this is a must-win game, and we don't know who's going to be starting for the Washington football team. He's either going to be Alex Smith or their backup. Their side of the Philadelphia Eagles coming off their loss to the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday, and even though the Philadelphia Eagles are out of the playoffs, Jalen Hurts is going to be the starter next year. And that whiny little bitch, Carson Wentz, is going to be gone. But Philadelphia is looking to play spoiler and cost Washington a division title and help whoever wins the Dallas-New York Giants game a NFC East Division championship. So coming from me in this final Sunday Night Football game of 2020 in the regular season for the possible division NFC Least Division title, man, if it is Alex Smith versus Jalen Hurts, it could be good. But if it's the backup versus Jalen Hurts, I think Washington is going to be SOL, and that means shit out of luck. So coming from me, I am going to go with Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles to deny the Washington football team an NFC Least Division championship and get it done at home and defeat the Washington football team on Sunday Night Football. And those are my Week 17 NFL predictions. Now I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video today. Comment below. Who do you see winning in Week 17 of the NFL season? Do you see any upsets that will shake up the AFC or NFC playoff picture? And let me know, who is the most dangerous team that teams should not be playing in the wild card weekend this week? Think about like Baltimore or Cleveland or Buffalo. Let me know who's going to be the most dangerous team on wildcard weekend this upcoming week. And as always, represent your NFL teams in the comment section. Even if you're a fan of the one-win Jacksonville Jaguars or the New York Jets, still represent your team in the comment section and your picks. Let's have a conversation about it. Of course, I'm always on to see your comment, like it, and of course reply right back to you, because comments and your opinions are absolutely always welcome on this channel. Now, I do want to thank you guys so very much for watching all of my videos that I put up on the channel in 2020. I know this year we had a lot of cancellations of pay-per-views and tournaments, and the college football year was very fragmented, and I didn't get to do it this year. But I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for showing up on every one of my videos in 2020. Even if they were canceled, you guys still showed up for them. But again, thank you guys so very much. 2020 was a very roller coaster year, but we did hit a lot of milestones. We hit 800 subscribers in 2020, and I cannot say thank you enough to all you guys who stuck around during this pandemic to watch my videos. Show your support by hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, hitting that share button. But again, I cannot say thank you enough for watching each and every one of my videos in 2020, guys. You guys are the true MVPs, and thank you guys for sticking around even through this pandemic on the channel, not leaving, and still showing your support. And we're going into a bigger year in 2021, and hopefully you guys will be along for the ride. Now, before you guys go, as always, you guys can never forget to do this. That like button, comment, share with your friends. Of course, super kick that like button like only you guys can. Of course, guys can never forget to do this as well. That subscribe button, become part of this bigger and dangerous alliance. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and YouTube tells me that nearly 40% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel. So let's change that. If you're a fan of professional sports like I am, and a fan of professional wrestling, super kick that subscribe button. It's free. You can become part of this bigger, dangerous alliance. And I will see you guys on the first Monday of 2021 for my official 2020 NFL Playoffs Wildcard Weekend predictions. Later days, guys. Have a wonderful week. Happy New Year from the Dangerous Alliance. Later days and peace.